My Next Life as a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom has the main protagonist reincarnated, living their new life as the antagonist in a video game where they'll now have to give it their all to try and avoid getting one of multiple bad endings. Well, at least for the first season. Hello, Otaku Mav here, and I'm going to be talking about the change in direction that comes with the second season of the Satome dating sim of an isekai. Before we begin, I just want to make it clear that I'm only on episode 8 of the second season and that I haven't read the manga, so I don't know how the rest of the events for the season play out. Alright, so the anime for My Next Life as a Villainess premiered back in 2019 with a total of 12 episodes for the first season. In the said first season, we're introduced to our main character who's been reborn as the villainess Katarina Clays of the video game Fortune's Lover. And it's made very clear that their goal in the series is to change the course of their fate by either trying to avoid or alter the outcome of multiple events referred to as doom flags that will ultimately lead to their demise. The whole plot of trying to change one's destiny is executed so well in season 1 that everything that happens never strays from this concept. Even when Katarina thinks she's having a consequence-free moment, it somehow always seems to end up tying into the bigger picture and the in-game events of this dating sim. Now, with that said, Season 2 of My Next Life as a Villainess comes after Katarina has successfully cleared the events of the game, stating that this is as far as the game's story went and that she has no idea what will happen going forward. Knowing this, the change in direction shifts from trying to change one's future to living a carefree life, not having to worry about one's fate. However, the problem with this change is that it scraps the character's motivation for this series, turning it into yet another isekai where the main character spends their days living in a video game-like world. I mean, seeing how the main character spends their time not having to worry about their impending doom is nice and all, but in Season 2, Katarina gets kidnapped and instead of trying to escape, she sits there as polite as can be, eating her fill of sweets.
Oh, have you finally begun to feel discouraged, or is solitude just making you insane?
Oh, neither. I was just wondering if you had any more food since I'm done.
Like the episodes focused around her kidnapping, Season 2 is full of little adventures, whether that be having Katarina be a stand-in for a play, or telling the story of how they all tried finding a ghost as kids. Honestly, when everything's said and done, Season 2 of My Next Life as a Villainess isn't terrible, it's just different from the previous one. The risk of acquiring a bad ending gives the show more intensity and interest, whereas Season 2 just doesn't have the same stakes. In fact, there aren't any. The show turns into a basic isekai with exploration and adventure, and nothing's wrong with that, but the show could use a little risk. Different or not though, Season 2 does give its supporting cast much needed time to grow, and it helps to show just how much each of them wants to be with Katarina. In the end, I wouldn't change the direction in which the series is going, nor would I want to, but I do see two possible paths in which the series could take. The first being that going forward, each season will just be full of one-off adventures that Katarina and her friends go on. Or the second choice, and the one that I really hope they choose, is that this season is more of like a post-game situation that allows Katarina to rest and not have to worry about doom flags, while ultimately leading into a third season where our protagonist is once again fighting to change her fate as she's now living through the events of, say, a sequel to Fortune's Lover that she didn't know existed. Of course, this is just my thoughts on what I've seen, and I can't wait to watch the rest. But as always, that's all for this video. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and if you're new, subscribe and ring the bell to stay up to date with new videos. I'm Otaku Mav, and I'll see you next time.